electronic music. Your home for the latest in trance and progressive. The latest tunes selected. The hottest tracks in a row. Straight to your music player.
Welcome to the new world.
This is A State of Trance podcast. Here's your host, Armin van Buuren.
In this episode, brand new tunes by Andy Moor, Ernesto and Bastian, Oakenfold, and a very special classic. But first, as voted future favorite by the listeners of A State of Trance, the new single of Dash Berlin. With Jonathan Mendelsohn, here is The Better Half of Me.
Broken promises die like roadkill. They're on the side of the street. Concrete casualties of love. Chewed up and spit out. Raised high then dropped down. And now I don't know what's left of me. Collect myself and crawl through the shadows. Reach up my hand to the sky and shout out, I'll never make these same mistakes again. Cause someone out there holds the key to my heart. I do everything to tear it apart by never allowing myself to let you in. When all I want for you to see the side that I don't show to anyone, and fear that they may turn and run alone and incomplete. No more tears to cry, no more blood to bleed.
Armin van Buuren.
One of the most popular tracks on last week's regular State of Trance show is the new single by Andy Moor. And he doesn't release a lot of music, but when he does, the expectations are high. So tell me what you think of his new single with McLaren. This is Fight the Fire. Every week, the highlights of A State of Trance, downloadable through iTunes and streaming through YouTube and Spotify. This is the State of Trance podcast. Let's have a quick look at some of the emails that came in through Armin@astateoftrance.com. Shouting out to Callan Sayers from Australia and Mosen Marsbali from Montreal sends a happy birthday to his fiancée Mali. And also a big shout out to Claire and Liz from Glasgow, Scotland. Interact with me, send an email, Armin@astateoftrance.com, and mention the podcast. Okay, let's continue with the music. The next track comes from the duo Ernesto and Bastian. This is their new single, Bonanza.
Your weekly trance update, straight to your music player. This is a State of Trance podcast.
Last week on the regular show of A State of Trance, I had an interview with the legend himself, Mr. Paul Oakenfold. He's one of the reasons I started DJing. If you want to hear how that interview turned out, have a look on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Armin van Buuren. And you can re-listen our talk about his new compilation, Never Mind the Bollocks. And this is his new single, which I'll play for you now, The Full Moon Party.
Trance Podcast.
last track of this week for me is a very, very special one. Last week I became a father to a beautiful daughter named Fenna, and especially for her I play my own track, Birth of an Angel.
Interact. Send your comments to Armin@astateoftrance.com.
That's it for this week. Check previously released podcasts through my playlist at Spotify. Simply visit arminradio.com or go to my YouTube page, youtube.com/Armin van Buuren. Speak to you next week for a new podcast.
Thank you for tuning in. For more info about this podcast, go to astateoftrance.com. Tune in next week for more A State of Trance.
For more info, check www.armadamusic.com.